This is why I will not stop telling Africans that the solution to our problem is not to leave the motherland, because that is what they want us to do. They want us to leave the motherland. They want our focus to be diverted away from the motherland so that the land is going to be free for them to use. So instead of us thinking that the problem is the motherland, we need to understand everything that we want from outside is here in the motherland. So what we need to do is to protect the motherland at all costs. And I also am always telling our brothers and sisters in the diaspora that Africa is the future. Bring in your ideas, bring in your creativity, because I always tell you all that one of the reasons why I can say Africa is still being controlled is because we are still heavily consumers of foreign products. All right. There are so many things that we don't manufacture here in the motherland, which if our brothers from the diaspora with these ideas come to Africa and start to manufacture things, it is going to change the situation because the resources, the materials, everything that we need to do these things are presently here in the motherland. But the world is trying to divert our attention. The world is trying to always paint Africa in this type of image so that we ourselves should feel discouraged of our motherland. Now, I'm about to show you all a video because meanwhile we were enjoying Christmas and New Year happily, our brothers and sisters in Nigeria were celebrating Christmas and New Year sadly because of what happened in one of a village in Nigeria called Jos. What really happened in this village? Some men, some group of men went there and unalive the people that were living in this village, the native that they met in the village. Why do they have to do this? They did it because of the richness of the land, because of how natural resources were floating all over the ground on this land. So that is why they have to get rid of those people in order for whosoever that sends them to have access to the resources. And this is just really really sad because this is what we're supposed to be protecting. But instead, we are instead leaving the continent. Instead, our brothers and sisters in the diaspora attention is being driven away from the motherland. Now, I will show you all a video of some of the resources that were being taken from the land by some of our brothers. Now, I want you all to see some of the reasons why I'm saying we should not leave Africa, but rather we should protect it at all costs. Take a look. We'll come back to discuss.
Now from
So
Jos now. I enter
you
Jos
see
now.
the
Me before you
material,
continue.
but this is local tester, right?
Why
This
not?
is
No matter how this night I
local
enter
tester.
Maraba now.
If maybe I want to buy an electric car, Africa is not producing electric cars. I must either go to Spain, go to the US, go to Netherlands, go to England before I can get an electric car. Meanwhile, what are the things needed to produce electric cars? These are them. We have them here in the motherland. But still yet, we don't produce electric cars. And this goes to tell us
So
that one of the reasons we
you
are
can
still
see,
controlled till today
you
as a
can see my
continent is
hand
because we are heavily dependent
direct to
on
material.
imported
You see,
stuffs.
you see the, you can see local tester, and I still have the industrial tester. You can differentiate between them. You can see this one, there is battery. You see, there is battery in this. So I'm testing it with the industrial tester. You can see. You see? Now I got the tashi. I'm always tashi. So I'm testing the bulb. It's working. Let's test the bulb.
This material looks similar to that of Congo because there was a period when similar material like this was discovered in Congo. They said it had the power to power up the entire continent. So these are some of the reasons why we should protect Africa at all costs. Because all the things that you are seeing that we are importing from outside world, the resources that they use to produce these things, we have the resources, we have the materials. Some people might say we don't produce this because some of us don't have the companies, or let me just see cars. We don't produce cars because many African countries do not have the companies that assemble or that manufacture it from scratch, but there are companies that assemble it, which means when cars come from outside country or bikes or whatsoever, there are some companies that can assemble it, but they to manufacture it, we don't have it. Then it makes me to ask the question: why are we not opening companies that manufacture cars? And it also goes to our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. You might have the idea, you might want to invent a brand of car, come to the motherland and start your brand. It is not only going to help the people, but it is also going to put money, a lot of money in your pocket, because here in the motherland, there is no single place, or there was no single, even though I heard that there were some companies in Ghana that have started to manufacture cars, which is good. If that is true, is good. But we need more of these companies because Africa is still heavily importer of foreign cars. Africa is still heavily importer of foreign products. 80% of our things, starting from our mobile phones, our TV sets, our a lot of things that we are using. All right. Even though mobile phones also, I heard that Rwanda also has gotten a company that manufacture phones. I think the name of the company is called Tarawa phones. We are still heavily buying foreign brands when it concerns mobile phones. Are the materials to produce mobile phones not available here in the continent? Of course, we know it is available, but we don't still produce mobile phones. So these are some of the things that I'm always telling you all. If we want, we need to build Africa. All right, building Africa is what we need to do, because it's not only going to help us, but for our future generations to come, that they are going to be proud of where they come from. They will not always be running away from their land. They will not always wanting to be going to another country or to another place to go and have a better life. Meanwhile, the continent that they are coming from has 60% of the world's natural resources. So this is it. All right, part 2 of this video is going to be coming out tomorrow. So if you just come new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to join the family. All right, so I'm going to be seeing you guys on my next video, and have a nice day.